Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cat Talks. Today I'm not going to be on Hypixel doing Guest Build. I'm instead to be on Windcraft because I am starting to catch up on quests and I need more experience to get better weapons to do the quests that I currently have, because if I go into them with what I have, I'm not going to be able to do them. So I'm going to be working on grinding up some levels. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk to you guys about some of my experiences and what I do have done over winter break. So let's get into it. For me, my winter breaks have always been dominated by two events and then a bunch of fun. My two events have always just been the Christmas special, not special. I mean, I guess it's a Christmas special that we watch every time because we watch the SpongeBob Christmas special every Christmas Eve. But we used to have our grandparents over. The crown virus kind of makes it a bit hard, but every year they just come over. We'd play pool with our grandpa. We'd open presents in the morning. Other than like what we'd watch the night before, and not opening presents until our parents got out of their rooms. They purposely stalled just so we wouldn't open our presents early. We didn't really do a whole bunch of like Christmas traditions. My favorite memories of Christmas are probably the stuff that doesn't happen on Christmas. It's like a bit odd because up until recently, like not recently, like the past 3 years, I didn't really get much out of gifting. Like I did it and I did it every Christmas because it was something I've been taught to do, but I didn't really get a joy out of it. But like when I got into middle school, I started really liking seeing people happy, and especially people happy with the stuff that I give or make them. And so I think it was sixth grade when I made um, either Rainbow Loom or Paracord bracelets, and I made those the next 3 years in addition to other gifts that I bought stores or made. This recent year was probably the most work I've put in to gifts for a family. A family. Yeah, because I'm definitely just going out and gifting to families all over the world because I'm Santa Claus. It's been revealed. I gotta go into hiding now because everyone knows this, clearly. No. So like I basically over the summer I found like these pieces of wood, and in my garage I use a Dremel tool and like a saw to cut and like sand it to smooth it out. Turns out when you're spinning a rock basically on wood, it creates fire. Like it didn't make an actual burning fire. It was more of just the smoke aspect. So I had to open the garage door because I wanted to breathe oxygen and not. Is that CO2 or just carbon that fire emits or produces? I'm not sure. Well, so like gifting at Christmas just became like really fun to me these past 3 years, and then the gifts I give to my friends as well, I also put effort into. And then there's the other thing that's kind of dominated my winter break, which was New Year's. New Year's pretty simple. We'd all kind of just sit in the family room, which is where we have like our main TV on the first floor. I think it's our only TV, and we'd watch the ball drop in Chicago and then in New York. And so it was always like staying up until midnight basically and watching that. It was like really cool when I was younger, because then I was like, ooh, I'm staying up late. But like now, I'm like 12 o'clock. That's supposed to be late. I don't know, we dinner 12 o'clock. But like, other than like the stuff I do with my family on New Year's, especially during middle school, I started doing a lot more stuff with my friends over New Year's. I would go over to friends' houses, spend the night, celebrate New Year's. I'd have friends over and celebrate New Year's. Like I'd say with my family, I definitely had fun, but it was kind of a silly fun I'd get to have when I was with my friends. And it's kind of that same silly fun that made the rest of winter break like super fun, because there would be sledding, be like playing video games online together, snowball fights, building forts, just running around the neighborhood when we were in elementary school, because what else were we gonna do besides run around the neighborhood and build snow forts, go on bike rides in the snow, go ice skating together, make snowman. The snowman was a lot more with the family, I think. And then the New Year's thing with either my family and friends or both. New Year's parties with family and friends were probably the most hectic events of my early childhood. That's basically how I've spent the previous number of times I've had winter break, because I can definitely think of a specific amount of times I've had winter break in my short life that I've had so far. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk about my experiences. Be interested to hear what you guys have done over your winter breaks. Hope you guys are staying safe. Catch you guys next year. Ha. Peace.